Happy Purple Day 2020. For this year, I wanted to discuss a topic that I post about and write in my epilepsy diary about, and that's alienation and isolation. And with the coronavirus going on, it's not just chronic illness warriors that's discussing this topic right now, but it's also the whole general public. But I just wanted to discuss it, how it relates to my diagnosis. And so, when I think about the many seizures I've had, there are some that are more memorable than others, of course. And I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that that's the case for most of you who've had at least 100 or more seizures. And when looking back into my diagnosis, I've tried to figure out what sticks out in my mind when it comes to my specific episodes. And for me, I'm going to say that it's the ones that were unusually painful or had an unusually amount of fear. And that's just hard to forget, even with the amnesia that's involved. I get all different types of seizures, but experience some variation of amnesia with all of them. In the beginning of living with epilepsy, I remembered so many times where I could wake up on the floor after an episode, and I would just be there all alone in the pitch black. And back then, I never thought that there was anything worse than lying there all alone in the dark. I was wrong. There were things a lot worse, and it was the experiences that came later, when I would come out of my episodes and I would be lying there all alone in a crowd. And they were much worse, and having to look at their faces and not getting the responses that I wanted, or even more than that, the expressions that I needed at that time for comfort, and this made me feel a lot more alienated and isolated than I ever felt before, or more ever than I could ever feel in a pitch black room all by myself. And for Purple Day 2020, I want to just send a message out to all you courageous epilepsy warriors that, I never want you to feel that loneliness or that isolation, that alienation. And the message and that my page and so many other Instagram pages is to spread awareness and to give comfort for people with epilepsy. And we're all in this together, so happy Purple Day 2020. Thanks for listening.